are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly?
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup once again between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Herbert to throw right away. And right away, he lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs 7, Chargers 0.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
First down. 1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chargers at 7-2 here on the year. And they were losers last time out, but winners of 7 of 9 prior to that.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, LA! Donald Parham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have When you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Chargers 7.
Herbert off of play action. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Second down and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. go back to the ground now with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Willie Gay on tackle. It's a gain of a yard. It brings up second and goal. The Chiefs at 6-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
1 receiver left. That's Allen. Here we go on 4th. Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes will drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It's taken to the 26. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 41, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Kansas City.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
And a first down, Chiefs.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On second and 12, Mahomes connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defense in front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's getting, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. It's a room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score. Chiefs 17. Chargers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Pass complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively, but there could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Second and 4. It's Eckler again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Play number 9 set to come here in the drive on 3rd and 2. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves. Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Mahomes. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Mahomes will throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
9 yards. It's second down and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Mahomes. Caught on the slant. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Mahomes to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.